Okay, so be it. Let's do a rapid fire review of all the anime I saw back in fall 2019. Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Yeah, this is a show with Seiya, which is probably the best boy of last season. He is hilarious. Seiya is an amazing character, pretty much brought into another world, which, yes, I know a lot of people are sick of isekai by this point, but he is brought into another world by a goddess, and then they are challenged to save another world from their impending doom. This show is a comedy through and through. It is not supposed to be taken seriously whatsoever, and it is freaking hilarious. Seiya is by far one of the best boys I have seen in anime of last season. He is extremely funny. Ristarta, I think her name is, the goddess, which I never really called her anything besides goddess. She's also really funny. I especially love the animation on her face and just her character as in general. At times she could look really cute, but then other times she's just absolutely ugly and disgusting because they just make her look terrible and like she's miserable. The voice actress who did her voice is also really talented. Her name is Toyosaki Aki. She did her voice, and she is fantastic. Every line from her was just brilliantly said, beautiful, and the show is hilarious. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'd have to give it an 8. It's hilarious. Are You the Only One Who Loves Me? This is a stupid title if I've ever heard one. So this is a show all about a little boy by the name of Joro, or not really, but that's what everybody calls him. Everybody in this show has nicknames, all the kids in high school. Pretty much the main plot is Joro wants a girl in his life, but everybody around him is a bitch, and everything goes wrong in his life. This show is another comedy. It has a lot of jokes, a lot of breaking of the fourth wall, and it's pretty good, I would say. All the comedic moments landed for me. I don't think there was a single episode where I wasn't laughing. That being said, I don't think the animation's particularly great. In fact, at times it seemed a little sloppy, and the music is very uninspired. But that being said, all the voice acting was great, and all the characters were likably stupid. And overall, I thought the show was pretty funny. Now, there's really not much to talk about it. It's not particularly unique, and it's not particularly bad. It doesn't really stand out among the bunch. It's just a show I watched and I thought was really funny, and I watched it till the end, so it's gotta mean something. If I had to rate it out of 10, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Do I recommend? Sure. We Never Learn Boku Benton, or just Boku Benton. Season 2, really. So I watched this show not too long ago. The first season, I was gonna do a review on it. Didn't have time to do it, unfortunately, but the second season came out. To really sum it up, this is another harem anime, and it is, of course, another comedy anime because I just can't get away from that idea. The show's pretty funny. It's hilarious. First season starts off really well, then it kind of goes into the worst territory, which is cliffhanger territory, but surprisingly season 2 came out so soon afterwards that it was kind of shocking. So it continued the story just at the perfect time when I was actually still into the idea of watching the show again, and hey, I enjoyed it. All the characters are likable in the show. All the characters are great girls. I have to say, all of them were really well done. All of them have distinct personalities, and they're all funny in their own ways. Now, that being said, Nariyuki, who's the main character, is a fucking dumbass who is just so ignorant towards everything. This man cannot get a clue. He just seriously is just the dumbest mother fricker in the world. I just could not stop just yelling at my TV saying, my god, dude, get a fucking clue. They're in love with you. So yes, it is one of those classic anime where it does get annoying how the characters or the character doesn't get a clue and is just oblivious to everyone's in love with him. And it is another one of those anime where you kind of question why everybody's in love with them. After all, is Nariyuki particularly special? No, he's just a really nice guy who's really smart. Oh boy, there's just everything a woman would want. Just that. Yeah, so if I had to rate the show, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Why 7? Because it's pretty good. I like the animation, and I love the music. I find the music to be very catchy. The characters are all entertaining except for Nariyuki. So yeah, do I recommend? Not really. If you've seen a lot of harem anime, this one won't do it for you. Didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life? I swear, every season, it's like a new title. It's just buffoonery at this point. Anyways, another comedy and another isekai. I just can't get enough of this. Pretty much the plot synopsis is a girl goes into another world and says, please make me average. Average in this world, however, means taking the average abilities of a human being and a god and then putting that together. So what do you end up with? Somebody who is absolutely much better than everybody else. Oh boy, I can't wait. The show is a comedy and it's funny. That's honestly all I can say. All the characters were well voice acted. The main character in particular is hilarious, and I think the setting is charming. It is another isekai though, and it's pretty bland in terms of an isekai, but the main story is kind of funny, and it is one of those guilty pleasures that while you're watching your more serious anime, you can watch this on the side and appreciate it for what it is. If I had to give the show a rating out of 10, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I found the show to be funny and had little flaws to it. So yeah, would I recommend? Not particularly. Mainly because there's nothing really that special about it, but it is hilarious. So if you like these kind of shows, you'll like it. Next show, Beasters. If you're a furry, you'll love this show. 10 out of 10. Do I recommend? Of course. Next show, Assassin's Pride. I hate this show. It's stupid. Don't watch it. Just don't. It's terrible. Well, I guess it's not that terrible. It's a show that exists that everybody got mad about, and it's generic and boring and just kind of dumb. I really have nothing to say about this show, mainly because I stopped watching it after just a couple episodes in, so I haven't even finished the show. And if I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would probably give it a 3, because I didn't like it and I didn't even finish the goddamn show, which is an automatic 1-star reduction or 1-point reduction. I don't know. Just keep up, will you? All right, next show, Fire Force. I talked about this show, didn't I? Anyways, let's talk about it again. This is a great show. I think the animation's terrific. I thought the idea was creative and all the characters were likable. It's a fun show, with the main character being the same main character you'll see in everything, but with a unique twist to it. It's actually kind of It's actually kind of steampunky now that I think about it. But yeah, interesting show. It's mainly about firefighters in this post-apocalyptic world where people combust. Of course, there is more going on behind it. You join these group of firefighters as they try to solve the mystery as to why this is happening. You also follow the main character whose name is Shinra. He's the one who accidentally killed his family. I don't really remember, to be honest, but he killed his family or something, burned down his whole goddamn house. And he wants to find out what happened. Why is this happening? And he also wants to be a hero because, every young boy in anime wants to be a hero. If I had to rate the show, I'd give it a 9 out of 10, purely because of the animation, to be honest, and also I found the intro to be very catchy, and the music in general was very nice. Not a dull moment when I watched this show. The fire animation was particularly beautiful, and I liked the whole firefighter thing. It's weird that we got 2 firefighter things, though, last year. Dr. Stone. You guys remember Dr. Stone? I think Alex and I talked about this. Yeah, this was another show that I watched. And then I was, of course, done watching it. Entertaining, to say the least. Entertaining. Very unique concept. This was a show that I have to admit was completely not original. Well, yeah, kind of original. Just kind of, hey, humanity kind of just went dark for many years and now they're coming back and they're back in the Stone Age. What do they do? it's a lot of science, and a lot of the science is correct. Of course, it is anime, so it's not completely correct, but a lot of the science, it is interesting to see how actual people did take care of the whole scientific element of it, and it is cool to see. Senku is an entertaining personality to see on screen. I really liked him, as well as the other characters involved. I also like the animation. The animation had a very early 2000s vibe to it. So overall, Dr. Stone was a pretty damn good show. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it an 8. I thought it was highly entertaining, and I finished it, so 8 out of 10. Would I recommend it? Heck yeah, actually. You know, why not? It's a Crunchyroll exclusive that I definitely would recommend. Vinland Saga! Finally, we reached the last show that I've watched. Or I should say that I'm watching. I haven't finished it, but it's pretty good. And I can't review it, so I'm not going to score it, but it's a pretty good show. Would I recommend it? Sure, why not? It's just watch it. It's an interesting show, that's for sure. And I originally got into it pretty late because I wasn't interested in Vinland Saga, like, at all. Like, I didn't give two shits about this show. But I finally decided to watch it, and I actually found myself thoroughly engaged by it. The story is very interesting, and I will definitely finish it at one point if it's finished airing. I'm pretty sure it is. I actually don't know, to be honest. I should probably check on that before I put this out. Anyways, that's all I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. You guys wanted seasonal anime reviews. Here you go. These are all the anime that I watched for last fall, seasonal fall. I am sorry that I wasn't able to review all these shows individually and go more in depth. I just didn't have the time to do so, and I was making other videos. Come to think of it, I probably did have time to do it. But again, I'm sorry. Will I do more seasonal reviews, individual seasonal show reviews in the future? Truth is, sure, yeah, but I will pick more sparingly every now and again. So this video is unique, because I reviewed a ton of them. I hope you guys are happy. Please let me know down in the comments down below if you've actually seen any of these shows, or if you plan to watch any of these shows, especially after my just amazing description of them. If you guys haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a nice day.